We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. Yeah, this is Everton Blender, and it's all about the young police from Jamaica, seeing Young Police Channel. Big up yourself, Everton Blender said that. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of.
Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police Channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers and Patreon member. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Moving on to today's video. Yeah, so we have seen, where Gummy Beer Golden, Gummy Beer Golden's birth certificate has gained momentum. And so you're looking at, like a top of his birth certificate. That's how his birth certificate looks like. And you see it right there. He's not a Jamaican, whether by birth or naturalization. He's not. Not because he's married to a Jamaican woman. He hasn't changed his nationality. He's still a British citizen. Why would you want to give up a British citizen for a third world country? The only thing that he wants in Jamaica is what we have, so that he can pillage, as his ancestors have done, came there, pillage, rob, rape, and commit all kind of atrocity. And we are so happy that his birth certificate has been gathering momentum with the Jamaican voters and the Jamaican people, because it's time for this charade to be exposed. And we're not going to stop because we love Jamaica. It doesn't matter how they try to sabotage, oppress and suppress what we're doing. The message is the same. As I say, anything you're doing in life, if your motive is about money, that means you're not a core beliefs. You can be bought. We can't. I can't be. My loyalty is to Jamaica, not to money. Money is only of this world. But some people don't get it. Some people feel like money is all. When you die, you can't take it with you. It doesn't matter how rich a person is, when you have never seen a brings behind it. But some people have no problem to sell them soul just to gain the world, but I am not into that. In 2025, after more than 4 centuries of slavery, oppression, exploitation and atrocities committed by white colonizers against black Jamaicans, it is a bitter and tragic irony to see black Jamaicans rally behind a man whose ancestors not only benefited from slavery, but were directly enriched by the blood, sweat and lives of thousands of enslaved Africans right here in Jamaica. This man, Gummy Beer Golden, descends from a lineage of British oppressors, planters who owned thousands of slaves, and today he stands before the Jamaican people asking for their votes, their loyalty and their trust, while promoting a political culture steeped in violence, corruption and deception. The man don't hide it, say more Jamaican to be a criminal's paradise as it used to be. And we have a prime minister who, along with his member of his team and the police force and the Jamaica Defense Force, is changing the trajectory and the mindset of the people for them to denounce criminality and embrace a life of law and order, where all of us can live together as one. Nobody don't want to be feared. Everyone wants to be loved. So the Prime Minister said, no, we don't want to be feared, we want to be loved, and love conquers all. This white man, he said, no, him want the people, them step it up on the labor, them wicked cause, and the killing start. No, we have a woman that has been missing over a month now, Lana Nikki Robertson, can't be found. Only the killers know where her body is. Yogi, and Yogi is still alive, and Yogi mother is still alive, and Yogi siblings is still alive. But Yogi, your time is coming. And Tammy Lee Sparta Because no wickedness, no crime go unpunished. As I said today for me, tomorrow for you. So this man, Mark Gomebia Golden, descends from a lineage of British enslavers. And this man wants us as black people to vote for him. His PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization thrive on the very principle that slavery itself was built on: control, manipulation, and dehumanization of black people. When Mark Golden came forward with his political mantra, one that openly promotes violence, intimidation, and even killing of Jamaicans who dare not support his party, he made a fatal miscalculation. He did not realize that the murders of 2 Jamaicans in Burger Park in St. Catherine in August 2023 would unravel his carefully constructed facade. Those killings would trigger the exposure of his British birth, revealing to the public that he's not one of us. Now imagine this. Suppose a black man living in England today, where he declare himself a candidate for British Prime Minister. Suppose he told the British public that he was born British, but when asked to produce his British birth certificate, he could not. Do you think the British people would simply take his word for it? Do you believe they would march behind him, chanting his name, while he could not name a single classmate from his school days or show proof of his roots in their land? Absolutely not. The British would laugh at him out of politics, brand him as a fraud, and crucify him in the media. And yet, here in Jamaica, a nation whose ancestors endure unimaginable horrors at the hands of men like Golden's forefathers, many of our people are running behind the same white man who was born in Britain, allowing him to stand on Jamaican soil and telling them he is one of them. Where is our dignity? Where is our historical memory? Is it a historical fact that after emancipation in 1838, the British paid out millions of pounds in compensation, not to the slaves who suffered, but to the slave owners, men like Golden's ancestors, the enslaved Africans who had been worked, whipped, and raped for centuries, got nothing but a lifetime of poverty and ongoing racism of the colonial system. And today, descendants of those same enslaved people are expected to bow down to the descendant of the oppressors. We must remember, Jamaica is not simply a country. It is a nation born of struggle, forging the resistance of black people against white supremacy, exploitation, and injustice. Every inch of our freedom was earned through rebellion and blood, from the Taki Revolt in 1760 to Sam Sharp Rebellion in 1831 to the Morant Bay Rebellion of 1865. So I ask, what would Sam Sharp say if he saw us today? What would Paul Bogle say? What would Taki say? Would they not weep to see their children running after a white man who lies about his origins and preside over violence against his own people? This is not about hatred of white people. It's about respect for our ancestors, pride in our heritage, and the moral integrity to say enough is enough. Let's us not be fooled by skin deep smiles, fancy speeches, and empty promises. Mark Golden has no schoolmates to vote for him, no genuine connection to the Jamaican soil, and no moral authority to lead a nation whose history is written in the blood of black men and women. It is time as Jamaicans we stand up and say we will not be complicit in our own continued humiliation. We will not put the descendant of slave owners in charge of the descendants of the enslaved. We will not be fooled into thinking that our oppressors can now be our liberators. We are not dumb. White man will never save black people from white man oppression. Only a fool will believe that. History demands more of us. Our ancestors demand more of us. Yes, as we say, it's time for us to stand up. We must rise. It's time we as Jamaica stand up and say we will not be complicit in our own continued humiliation. Never. History demands more of us. We must rise above ignorance, remember who we are, and reclaim the dignity that was stolen from us. Those who are running behind him have no dignity, no self-respect, no love. Straight, organic robots. Let us reject this fraud, Mark Golding, this insult to our collective memory. Let us honor our forebears and ensure that Jamaica remains in the hands of Jamaicans, not in the hands of those whose forefathers enslaved us, and certainly not in the hands of someone who cannot even produce his birth certificate, much less his loyalty to this land. No. At long last, we are witnessing the truth about Mark Gummy Golding's place of birth finally getting the attention and the momentum it has always deserved. If it weren't for the relentless investigation, determination, and courage to speak the uncomfortable truth, this man would have successfully conned the Jamaican people into believing he's one of us, a son of the soil. But thanks to thorough investigative work, and yes, the willingness to dig where others fear to look, the truth has emerged. He cannot fool us anymore. And we are proud to know that I have been the person who has been on this almost 2 years. I personally hold in my possession 3 separate I-94 arrival records from the United States government. These official records, documents, show Golding entering the United States at different times, each time traveling on a British passport, and each record clearly indicated his place of birth. It's not Jamaica. This is not speculation. This is not hearsay. This is a documented, verified fact. You see, the American government does not fabricate information and official immigration records. When you file a Freedom of Information Act, FOIA, request to obtain someone's travel and immigration history, the data you receive comes directly from the U.S. federal agency, and it's based on what the individual himself declares on the penalty of law. There is no room for manipulation or falsification on the part of the U.S. government. So, when these I-94 record states Mark Golding was born in Britain, we can say with full confidence he was born in Britain, period. No if, no buts. No. Some of the defendants and sycophants will cry out and say, let him produce his Jamaican birth certificate. But let us pause and apply a little critical thinking here. A man cannot born in 2 places. Let me repeat myself. A man cannot born in 2 places. A woman cannot born in 2 places. Not even a dog can born in 2 places. You cannot claim to have born in Jamaica while at the same time holding a British document that identify your birth as having occurred in Britain. The two are mutually exclusive. You cannot inhabit 2 realities at once. The only people who could entertain such nonsense, the idea of Mark Gummy Golding, or someone born in both Jamaica and Britain, are people who have abandoned all sense of logic, reason, and self-respect. Sadly, this is exactly what the legacy of colonialism has done to some Jamaicans. It has conditioned them to accept lies. So as long as they come from someone with a fair skin and a British accent. Marcus Garvey had warned us about the bossy slaves, the gross bread fruits, and they are all out there. Now is the time, because it's coming out, it's summer. Now is the time when you eat roast bread fruit with salt, butter, corn pork, ackee, and saltfish. It all depends. But we must not allow ourselves to fall for this deception. Let us not forget our history. For centuries, the British enslaved us. They deny our humanity. They whipped and raped our ancestors. They plundered our land and stole our dignity, all while convincing some of us that they were superior to us and that we are inferior. Yes, they claim that they were superior, and then science have proved that they are the one that inferior and we are superior. So their whole lies have been unmasked. We are the real human beings. They are reptilians. That's why they are inherently evil. Now, in 2025, we see the descendant of those enslaved as stand before us wearing a smile and promising a better future, while no one lies about where he came from, and too many are still willing to believe him. This is not just about paperwork or legal technicalities. This is about truth, integrity, and respect for our ancestors and ourselves. The fact that Golden's own I-94 records, official US government records, confirm he was not born in Jamaica should end the debate once and for all. There's no need to request a so-called Jamaican birth certificate because it cannot erase the record that already exists in the US immigration files. As a people, we must demand more of ourselves. We must exercise critical thinking. We must not let ourselves be fooled by someone whose very presence in our politics is a continuation of colonial deception, a white man pretending to be that what he's not in order to rule over black majority. We owe it to our ancestors who endured the Middle Passage, the plantations, the rebellions, and the dignities of colonial rule to ensure that Jamaica's future is in the hands of those who truly belong to her, not to those who have lied about their origins to gain power. It is time to reject the con. The records speak for themselves. Let us stand firm, unite, and proud and say, no more lies, no more imposters, no more descendants of oppressors leading the children of the oppressed. Jamaica deserves better, and we must demand it loud and clear. So, moving forward, if Mark Gummy Golden truly wishes to prove his place of birth beyond all reasonable doubt, the only honest and indisputable way for him to do so is to show the Jamaican people his British passport. Nothing else. No Jamaican passport, not the forged one, the one that he lied and get. He should be arrested and charged for that. Show his British passport. Not a denouncement, not a renouncement, not clever wordplay or emotional appeals. Simply produce your British passports. But here's the catch, and here's where critical thinking must guide us. His passport cannot truthfully state that he was born in Jamaica. Why? Because no human being, not even in some mystical or spiritual sense, can be born in two different places at once. It is mathematically, physically, and logically impossible. Not even Jesus Christ claimed to be born in Bethlehem and Nazareth at the same time. Not even the gods of ancient mythologies claiming dual birthplaces. And yet, here we have Mark Golden trying to have it both ways, presenting himself as a man of Jamaican style, while a documented evidence, including US government records, clearly show he was born in Britain and traveled repeatedly on his British passport. Jamaica, we must not allow ourselves to be naive in 2025. We cannot permit this man, nor his PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization to scam us, con us, or jingle us, as though we are fools, too broken and too blind to see through their deception. We must remember we are descendants of slaves, but we are not slaves ourselves anymore. Our ancestors endured centuries of chain, whips, and humiliation at the hands of men, very much like Mark Golden's forefathers. They were denied education, property, and dignity, yet they never stopped fighting for freedom and truth. We, their children, have inherited that fight. When I say I am my ancestors and my ancestors are me, I mean that their strength, wisdom, and resistance live within each of us today. It's our responsibility to honor their struggle by standing firm against lies, manipulation, and betrayal. Montgomery Beer Golden is, by his own record and his own passport, 100% British, and no amount of stage rallies or comrades shouting slogans can erase that fact. The comrades who are fooled by him have abandoned not only their history, but their dignity. But the rest of us, the decent, ethically, morally upright and patriotic Jamaican, we will not be swayed by his deception. We know the truth, and the truth is this: Jamaica deserves leadership from those who belong to her, not from those who descend from her oppressors. This is why we must, as a people, stand united and choose Jamaica. Choose her history, her children, her dignity, and reject the fraud that is being sold to us by the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. In 2025, let us make the wise and righteous choice. Let us give the Jamaica Labour Party a third term, not because they are perfect, but because they have demonstrated loyalty, patriotism to the Jamaican people, support for our police and security forces, and a rejection of criminality in all forms. We will continue to reject the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization until the day comes when they turn the page, renounce their culture of violence, pledge loyalty to Jamaica and our people, and truly stand for law, order, and justice. Until then, we must send a clear message: Jamaica belongs to Jamaica, not for those who carry a bloodline of our oppressors and seek to rule us through the seat. We will not be fooled again. We will stand tall and unbroken. Choose Jamaica. Choose truth. Choose justice. Choose the Jamaica Labour Party and Andrew Holness. Every Labour right that's on the ballot. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.